What's up, everybody? Brian Man here, hands-on auto training. I haven't seen you guys for a long time. I have been super busy on vacation and all kinds of good stuff. But I got an interesting one here. We got a 2009 Buick Lacrosse. Very interesting car here. This vehicle is a no crank, no start situation. I'll show you what we got going on. The customer's telling my customer that they had this key made and that the vehicle did start and run on it. But first off, I want to show you guys, what do you see here? What are you guys all looking for? We know we're looking for that check engine light. We don't have a check engine light, so I got a generic scan tool plugged in real quick. It does communicate, and we're actually setting a code for a, what do you call it? The check engine light enable circuit. So it's actually got a code for the check engine light circuit problem. But I want to show you here, this is a hokey key. This is a no-name key. It does have the plus sign on there. That'll be the circle plus, right? I want to show you, if I turn this key to the run position, and we go back to our Tech 2 win here, VDT states no coded key. So guys, that's a dead giveaway. We got the wrong key. This is actually supposed to be a passkey 3 system key here. So I went ahead and cut a new passkey 3. This is, if you get the angle right, you'll see it does say PK3. That is a passkey 3 system, the older system. And if I turn this key on now, still we don't have a vehicle that starts and runs. But I want to show you over here, we do have a valid key. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hop into SPS2. We're going to do a vehicle theft deterrent learn and see if we can't get this thing going. Make sure you watch this video to the end, or close to the end, because I'm going to give you a little tip about my initial inspection, as you saw me do as I was looking at this vehicle, that would have been helpful or guiding me in the right direction. Just a heads up, this vehicle has 2 problems. That always makes things interesting for any technician. This Friday, the 24th of June, 2022, we'll be giving away a Picoscope 2205A kit. This is a really nice entry-level Picoscope kit. It is not the automotive version, but I'm giving that away to anybody that signed up for the Core Premium members. And also, July 29th, we've got another, as you see, a couple Picoscope kits behind me. We're going to give those away on the 29th of July. So be sure to stay tuned as we go ahead and do that. Next Tuesday, the 28th of June, we have the premium member meeting. Guys, I've been learning a lot about AC circuits, basically filters and little gadgets and gizmos like this. Really simple stuff, but it's new to me. I've been learning it and applying it. I had a little bit of downtime last week, so I had to fill my time with that. And I'm going to share with you guys in the premium member meeting a little bit about these filters. Check this out. It's really cool. You can watch the blue and the purple signal change as we change the frequency of our input. Our output changes. That's what a filter does. Very cool stuff. But let's get on to our diagnosis here. So we're hopping right into SPS2 here. I'm going to do replace and reprogram. Don't know if that's absolutely necessary, to be honest with you. It may or may not make a difference. But probably have to do a 10-minute learn here. It might be 12 minutes. So we're going to select our vehicle theft deterrent learn right here. And learn and next. And if all goes well, we'll get the little beep boop that's going to tell us it's going to be 10 or 12 minutes. We'll see what it's going to do here. Alright, so there's 2 options. One's probably going to be for Canada. So this is a passkey system. Let's see what the other one's for. That's for a powertrain system. So we want to do for the passkey systems what we're going to do. And click on the next. And next. And when I get these 10 to 12 minutes of boredom, it's a great time for me to try to reorganize my van, because everything gets all out of whack in this thing. Alright, there we go. 10 minutes. It beat through the 12, down to 10. See you in a bit. Alright guys, we're down to our final minute here. I really am hoping this theft deterrent takes care of this thing with the proper key. So probably what happened is this locksmith made the wrong key. The vehicle may or may not have started before. I really don't know. This thing's in pretty rough shape. Check this out. The alternator rubbed through the coolant bottle. The coolant bottle fell over here, and it was laying up there like that. I mean, it rubbed the hole clear through it. So this vehicle's kind of in rough shape. I'm looking at the core support. It's actually hanging down. Maybe the cradle's falling out of this thing. I don't know. Sometimes the cradle bushing bolt washers will rust out on these things and it'll fall. Really rough looking car, but let's take a look how we're doing here. Let's turn the camera right on at 1 minute, so you'll be the first to see with me in just a second. There we go. So this should come up with a warranty claim code in a second. Hopefully. Programming complete. I always want to make sure this part finishes. It should. Not sure what's going on here. This is kind of an odd hang-up, so I'm glad you guys are along to see it. We're looking for this to finish the next step, basically to give us a warranty claim code. It may be finishing some last steps in the background that I don't know about right now, so I'm just going to let this go ahead and sit for a second and see what happens. How's everybody else doing? I really haven't been in touch for a while. I've been so busy. I mean, I've been running hard ever since I got back from vacation and having a good time, so hope everybody else out in YouTube land's doing well. And I'm just going to take a look at the dash on this thing. This thing threw me for a loop at first because of the situation with the check engine light not being on, but it's just a bad circuit or a bad bulb or LED or whatever. So let's go see what we got here. Well, this is awesome. It's hung up here, so I'm going to let this go for a minute or two and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, that was pretty interesting. It took about a minute for that warranty claim code page to come up there, so at this point I feel confident that the programming is complete. Our MDI light's still blinking. We still have activity on there. I'm going to go ahead and turn the key off here. I'm going to give it a second. Turn it off. These older ones, sometimes there's certain GM cars where you'd wait a solid 2 minutes before it learn. I forget which ones those are, but I'll give this just a second or two more and we're going to see if it cranks up. I'm really hoping we got a cranker. And nothing there. Still got nothing. Turn this key off one more time. And nothing. Alright, we're still scanning along here. You see we got 5 codes in our powertrain control module. We have 2 codes in our body control module. So we're going to see what pops. Guys, I didn't have any security codes before in this vehicle when I checked. That's what's really odd and interesting. So hit view DTCs. Uh-oh. Remote door lock receiver, class 2 data link. Lots of remote door lock receiver control codes, electronic brake control module, couple codes, PCM fuel level sensor, fuel pump relay control circuit. That's interesting. Engine misfire detected, coolant temperature, radio class 2, instrument class 2. These are all history. PCM P0650, that's a malfunction indicator lamp control circuit. And this is a history code in the BCM, no transponder modulation. That's passed. So I'm going to go ahead and clear all these DTCs and we're going to just see how many I can clear out at a time. This is what I like about when SPS gives you the option to clear the codes. It's really nice to be able to clear them all out in one shot. And I'm just going to go over to my BC. I want to clear these out. And now let's just roll this. Let's back out of here. Go directly into the powertrain control module. I'll go back and try and crank the car. I'll probably have to bring my laptop back with me so I can no codes. That's interesting. So we might be back to square one here. Let's take a look at our data display. Yeah, it's being interesting. They had the wrong key, guaranteed. It was for sure the wrong key. I think we're slowly getting... Alright guys, take a look at this. Take a look at our data. Ignition 1 signals at 0 volts. Ruh-roh. We better go take a look at that. I'm going to take a real quick look-see over here and see if this fuse block happens to tell me ignition 1. Sometimes they'll be nice and they will do that. There's electric ignition 15 ampere. Fuse 24. There's 25. If that's 25 and 26, where's my 24 at? 22, 24. That guy's all the way down there. I'm going to go get my voltmeter and we're going to check that real quick. This is an example using all data. I really like the OE diagrams on many of these older GMs. Work out really nicely. I got one picture that shows you the powers and grounds and data lines for modules. So you can see our ignition one is this PCM fuse 15, 10 amp. I did check for proper voltage there. Got the fuse block, it's good. We also have a PCM ETC fuse. So this goes off and powers up some other things on a vehicle, like I believe the mass airflow sensor and a couple other things, that pink circuit 439. Let me just check that real quick. I was looking at another picture. If I can, come on. Get out of there. Let me see if the back button will work here to see this picture of the mass airflow sensor. Oh, maybe not. Let me go forward. You guys get to work with me as I'm going here today, huh? Alright, so I believe this picture down here is our mass airflow sensor, and that is a different circuit. That is circuit 339. So I do have power at my mass airflow sensor terminal B. I always check that. I also check that fuse 2. We're good. So that is a different circuit. That's 339, and the circuit that we're after is this 439. So at this point, I think what I'm going to do is probably wrestle that computer out of this little bracket. The ECM on this car is in this housing here. I don't know why they do that, but that's what they do. I'm kind of keeping an eyeball out, looking for some bad wires. There's a lot of shady wiring on this thing. A lot of harnesses getting rubbed through. Actually, right there, look at that. I have a knack for finding those problems sometimes. But this whole harness is kind of getting tugged because it looks like the cradle's busted on this thing. They just want me to get the thing running for them. So let's take a look. We're looking for connector 1, X1, terminal 19, which is that pink wire. So they're nice enough to label these. If you see it says J1, maybe you can't see it. It does say J1 down there, J2, J3. So this is the connector we're going to be concerned with. So I'm going to go ahead and take this cap off and make it so I can back probe in there and see what's up. I'm also taking a quick look right here at the circuit. Uh-oh, I'm on it. Guys, this is it right here. I don't know if you can hear this. Let me turn off my generator. Hold on a second. Listen up. I just found a problem. Listen. Hold on. I'm wiggling something over here. Making all kinds of relays go over there. So let me go get the skiing tool. We don't have to take that cap off and start back probing. That's cool. We'll take it. The less we have to do, the better off we are, right? Let's see here. Let's go back to our Tech 2. We're going to get back on that screen with our ignition 1 signal, 0 volts. Let me see if I can't get this computer here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and see if you guys can see that voltage, and I'm going to watch it too. Oh, there we go. It went to 12.6. So our problem is right in this harness here. You see that toggling a little bit? Hold on. There, oh. There we go. If I hold it right there, we'd be in good shape. So our problem's in that harness. Man, I was pretty close right away. Come on. Alright guys, we still have 0 volts on the scan tool. I swear the problem was right here. I wiggled this right here. I could get some clicking to happen, all kinds of stuff. Guys, we had the proper voltage at fuse, I believe it was 15. That's for ignition 1 relay. Over at the PCM, we only have 8.4 millivolts. Okay, always make sure you can see the MV. It's really bright outside, it's hard for me to see. So we have an open circuit somewhere between here and the fuse block. And I was wiggling right here. I mean, right here where this was rubbing onto that harness. You can see this is compromised, right, this circuit right here. But it's not causing a problem. So we're losing our voltage. Got to find our voltage drop. And dang, I turned off the camera too soon. Guys, I went ahead and pulled on my pink wire. It looks kind of orange, and then here we go. So this wire was actually broken, compromised up here in the harness, probably right on the underside of this bracket. So we'll have to get in there and see what's up, but that's our problem right there. So if I unplug, let's see if I can unplug this guy. Should probably turn the key off. See if I can just make a little bit of slack in the system here. Make a little bit of room so we can see this. Probably gonna see right under here all kinds of problems. If I can get the camera there, I'm hoping you guys can see. I can't even see. I'm aiming the camera back at myself here. Alright, we've got ourselves a temporary jumper where the problem was. We got to investigate. There's a couple other circuits that are damaged here. This might even be our check engine light control circuit. I don't even know. But that one was hanging on by a thread. Let's see if we turn the key on. If do we get ourselves voltage on our pin there. And there you go, 12 volts is showing up on our pin for the ignition 1 voltage. That is a fantastic thing. I don't think anybody can see it. It's too hot. But let's go ahead and see if we get this thing to crank. That's the big question of the day. And also, let's see, okay. There we go. Got ourselves a runner. Now let's see if this other key will work, because I don't think it will. Oh, I'll be darned. Guys, maybe I was mistaken about that key. It says starting disable with this key. Hold on, let me try again. Hold on, it says starting disabled with this one key. If you can see the message down there. Check this out, that check engine light is back on. Guys, on my initial inspection, we did not have a check engine light. I did think that we had a communication problem with the car. I was almost 100% sure I'd be up against a communication issue. And I asked the technician, he said he had communication. I'm like, really? I mean, I was kind of not taking his word for it, but then I got my generic scan tool, my quick code reader, boom, plugged it in. I had communication with the PCM, and we were setting a code for a check engine light control circuit. So at that point, I figured maybe we had a bad circuit or a bad bulb or LED in the cluster, whatever. I wasn't so worried about that, but it turns out that our ignition 1 voltage not being present caused the no check engine light situation. Many times when I have the no check engine light, I also have no communication. So this was just an interesting tidbit. We are fighting 2 problems at once here. That always makes things interesting. It says starting disabled. Let's see here. Let's see if it says starting disabled with my key. So that says starting disabled. Here goes my key that I made. Change oil. Driver's door ajar. I think after a certain number of key starts or a certain amount of time, it won't start with this other key. So let's just try that. Because my customer was saying all kinds of stuff that, I mean, I'm just getting mixed stories all around. That it ran with this key once or something, but I don't think it would. But we've got to get these guys to fix up these wires. I'm pressed for time. I'm just going to charge them for the time I got into it, tell them where the problem is and the wires they got to fix. They can put this mess back together. All right, I gave this a second. Let's go try their key one more time. Now their key won't start. So yeah, that key never was supposed to go with this vehicle. That's just a bunch of baloney. My key fires it right on. So awesome stuff, guys. This was definitely a fun one. We had a wrong key. We had a wiring issue. All kinds of baloney going on here. I bet you probably didn't even need a key in the first place. I'm not sure what the story is, but what a mess. Good old 3800. That's a good engine, guys. Hey, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. Please do give me a thumbs up if you like this type of content. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. You guys have a great day. Be sure to check out Hands-On Auto Training for the membership site for core or premium memberships if you're interested in learning more about basic electricity, electrical diagnostics, all kinds of stuff I have up there. Check it out. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.